The tale of our history commenced in ancient times, stretching back billions of years. At one juncture, around 3 billion years ago, we existed as minuscule atoms in the vast Petri dish of our world. Fast forward approximately 6 million years, and we witness the emergence of the first hominids, a primate family that includes humans. Homo erectus, 1.9 million years ago, became the initial species to venture beyond Africa and settle in other regions of the globe, boasting larger brains than their primate ancestors. Roughly 400,000 years ago, evidence of the Neanderthals surfaced, a species adapted to the cold climates of Europe and Western Asia, with strikingly human-like facial features. And then came Homo sapiens, the sole surviving species of the Homo genus. But how did we, Homo sapiens, ascend to global dominance through the mechanism of civilization? Let us embark on our narrative in the fertile lands of Mesopotamia around 4000 BCE. Nestled amidst the mighty Tigris and Euphrates rivers was the Sumerian city of Uruk. Unlike our ancestors who relied on hunting and gathering, the denizens of Uruk developed a means to cultivate cereal grains, such as wheat and barley. However, the process of transforming these grains into edible sustenance was arduous. Initially, they employed a contraption known as a hand mill, comprising 2 stones. By crushing the grains between these stones, they collected the resulting flour and stored it for future use. This marked the beginning of something extraordinary, the world's earliest example of agriculture. No longer were we dependent on hunting or gathering. Through human ingenuity, we could forge our own sustenance. The advent of agriculture in Uruk brought about significant changes and allowed the city to flourish, with a population exceeding 50,000 residents. However, this transformation also had an impact on the human physique. The average height of men drastically decreased from 5'9" to 5'3", while women's average height decreased from 5'3" to 5 feet. Instead of being the robust athletes of the past, we became smaller, less conspicuous farmers. Additionally, this shift led to a sense of being landlocked, altering the very essence of our human experience. Around 3000 BCE, according to legend, King Gilgamesh began his reign as a Sumerian king in the region. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the world's earliest poems, recounts Gilgamesh's quest for immortality. He encounters a wise traveler named Utnapishtim, who shares the story of a great flood sent to obliterate the world towards the end of the poem. Gilgamesh reflects that the search for eternal life is futile, as death was allotted to humanity by the gods, withholding life in their own hands. By the late 3000 BCE, the Akkadians overthrew the Sumerians, and Sargon the Great rose to power, conquering all of Sumeria. Meanwhile, in the Indus Valley, modern-day Pakistan, a new civilization was flourishing. The Indus Valley Civilization, 3300 to 1300 BCE. Notably, this civilization implemented highly advanced toilet systems. The toilets were designed with seats and chutes that led to an underground drainage system. Through a network of covered drains, sewage was carried away from homes, effectively preventing the spread of diseases. The waste was treated and disposed of outside the city limits, contributing to clean and hygienic urban environments. Meanwhile, in ancient Egypt, the focus was more on the construction of pyramids rather than basic human plumbing. This emphasis stemmed from the beliefs ingrained in ancient Egyptian religion. It was firmly held that when a pharaoh passed away in the physical realm, their spirit would continue to exist in the afterlife, where they would reign eternally and be revered by the living. Inside these pyramids, the pharaoh's body underwent meticulous mummification, a process thought to preserve their physical form and facilitate their journey to the afterlife. The pyramids were also filled with offerings and treasures meant to provide the pharaoh with the necessary resources for the afterlife. Every pharaoh desired immortality, success in the afterlife, and eternal worship. Consequently, constructing pyramids for themselves became an utmost priority. The tradition began with Pharaoh Djoser, 2648 BCE, who erected the step pyramid at Saqqara. This was followed by Sneferu, 2613-2589 BCE, who built various pyramids, including the Bent Pyramid and the Red Pyramid. Then came Pharaoh Khufu, 2589-256 BCE, renowned for constructing the iconic Great Pyramid of Giza, a labor-intensive undertaking that spanned 20 years and continues to captivate the world's admiration. Khufu was succeeded by pharaohs Khafre and Menkaure, who respectively built the slightly smaller second and third pyramids of Giza.